Okay, so you've done a lot of joint movement and you've used the controller to use SLU-RBT to manipulate each joint individually. All right, so we're going to explore other coordinate systems that's going to be very useful to us. Okay, so let's pause it right here. All right. When you're in joint, the 6 buttons, like on the left and 6 buttons on the right, they have little letters on them, SLURBT, and that's slurbit, that's your swing, your lower, your upper, your rotational, your bend, and your twist or tool. Okay, now sometimes we have to use this coordinate system, but a lot of times we're going to want to put it into a Cartesian-based system, which will change those buttons into X negative, X plus, Y negative, Y plus, Z negative, Z plus. And then over on the side, it'll be rotate about X, Y, and Z. Okay, so clockwise and counterclockwise. What those do is those keep the point at the same position, but move the robot around it. So we've talked about X, Y, and Z as being Z positive is where your thumb on your right hand, if you do the little busted up handgun. Index, so your X is going out. So X plus to us with the robot sitting in front of us would be coming toward us. Okay, so imagine this is at the base of the robot. And then Y positive would be our middle finger. So Y positive when we're sitting in front of the robot would be going to the right. Now, if we get the robot moved and then we need to rotate about an axis. So when I rotate about X, X is coming straight out at me. Okay? When I rotate about it, the robot is going to work around that. And we're going to do a lab specifically for that. But for now, you can ignore them. Okay? So in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move it in joint. So I turn my servo on ready, then I grip my gripper, and the green light comes on. And now, since it's in joint, the top 2 buttons right there make my swing arm. Now I'm going to go up to the second button right here, and whenever I push it, it says coordinate. It'll change my coordinates. So the yellow box is Cartesian, world Cartesian. That right there is user. The gripper that we passed by was tool coordinates. The little robot looking thing is joint, and then that yellow box is what we're going to want to use primarily right now. Now those buttons change to X, Y, and Z coordinates. All right, I went too high in Z, so I've got an alarm that says collision detect. If you get an alarm, you can't just cancel it. You have to read it and push that reset button. All right, now that I'm there, I can roll around in X, Y, and Z coordinates, and that point's going to move. And I just inserted a point right there, but I have a whole other video for inserting points. I'm changing speeds. Like if I want it to go faster, I can scroll over to the actual command and then scroll over to the number, select it, change it, push enter, and then I scroll back to the left. Okay, if I'm not on the left, I can't insert any more points. So some of y'all are going to go over there and change speeds, and you're not going to be able to insert any more points. And you'll ask a question. I'll be like, did you watch the video? You'll be like, yeah. I'll be like, did you watch all of the video? And you'll be like, yeah. I'm like, even at the 4-minute and 30-second part of the coordinate system, because what you need to do is once you go and change anything, you want to go back to the line numbers, okay? So when you're on the right of the line numbers, you're in edit mode, you're editing something, and then you scroll back over to the left, and you're in like program mode where you can add new pieces of that program. Okay, so when you're doing speed changes, what you want to do is you want to be pretty fast for big movements that aren't around anything. That's going to get you pretty efficient, but you want to slow it down as you get closer. So don't go over, like, let's say 15 for anything, but you don't want to do 15% when you're right over the block or something. So you might want to get to your intermediate point quick, like get over the block quick, and then slow it down. So, when you do the next point, change that to be a slower speed, maybe about 2 or 3. Okay? So that's Cartesian coordinates and how to get into them.